Hello, how is everyone? Let me just SO Dragon and Danny. And I need to open my game again because my headphones is connected, and since I didn't open the game yet, I kind of was like, okay, I don't open the game yet. I can close it and open again. But how is everyone today? Have everyone eaten? Also, I'm sorry for this little bit of delay, but I was just taking care of some important stuff. I just noticed I plugged my controller on the wrong spot. Oh well. I will change it tomorrow. I'm just opening the game again because since my headphones is connected, it makes the game stop having audio, which becomes kind of boring. Doesn't have music. Not only for me but for you as well. So since I haven't opened the game yet and changed the screens and everything, I'm doing it now. Wow, I died. You're welcome, Danny. Also, I'm glad that you are to see you here in the start of the stream instead of the end of the stream. Thank you for the redeeming. Okay, let me change screens. Game is there. Um, I'm just setting my headphones a little bit right now. So seems like I feel like my headphones will continually be connecting and disconnecting. So for that reason, thank you for that, Past Pyro. So for that reason, I'm not going to close and open the game again because otherwise I'll be here the whole time. I don't want it. I'm just putting some Danny background music. Also, let me just check some message before I start. Is important message, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, I was just checking some stuff because it's important. Huh. Am I start? Why am I starting my week, my streams? It's custom. Can someone please tell me? I'm with Scuff Pyro, and you? It's boring for me, I don't have anything else sound. Well, let's go. Concord, hope you had a good sleep. I've been waiting here since early morning. I just wanted you to know that Plum is asking for you. However, Ollie also wanted me to tell you that Plum needs rest, so don't keep them up for too long. Come to Boots Guardian Concord. My workshop is always open for you. Oh. You look a little different. Oh, where is that? Because this is the chimneys. Guardian Concord, so glad you came by. Listen, I've got a special issue for it for a special guardian like you. Only recently, as the rot became a problem in Glade, all this snow can't be good on their liquid bodies. Let me just check if my stream is there. My stream is. Sometimes it just goes. But they seem to have all adapted. I decided to get a jump on them, like any good guard would. I didn't think they'd be so big though. One of the clumps near the shore swallowed my sword whole. So now I have to sit around here disarmed, waiting for them to cough it back up. But you've got a bunch of weapons. Could you head to Cook Coast that night and walk lumps until you find my sword? I know I know it can get scary at night, but trust. What the heck? Okay. I know it can get scary at night, but trust me, we'll all be better once the Glades got me watching their back. No, dragon. Also, my reaction was because my game just minimized this. Oh, okay. No firing. I told you, no fighting. I won't help. I won't help you until you prove you can clear the epithets in the mist. If you're still adamant about finding Mandy, that is. Concord, you saved me from the mist, didn't you? I am wholly ashamed to rely on your help, especially after all I've already burdened you with. You're a full plan. And if I had my way, I'd have locked up the mist ions ago. Let me just check how is my mic, because no one told me about it. Oh, my headphones. I want to kill it. I don't know if my mic is doing... Yeah, it's doing... No? Just a little bit, but it bothers me. Maybe? It looks better to me, the mic. Well, let me just check this before it goes under it. I swear the grove must only pick imbeciles to be guardians. On that, I think we can finally agree. I'm still glad you're okay. I'm so glad you're okay. For a while there, we thought we'd lost the garden. Just like Mandy. Why Plum? Why risk it after all we've lost? When the group came to me, as it did for Concord, it told me to relinquish my duties to them. Do you know how long I've been the only guardian for the people? To feel the rot encroaching every day with no solution? As if I could leave Concord with that burden. As long as I've been. I didn't want to return with nothing yet again. So I stayed in the mist far too long, searching endlessly for a Winter Glade's guardian in the mist Monday. Oh, a devoted fool though. I tried and true guardian in the very end, it would seem. But insult to your injury, your fears were misplaced. Concord can walk the mist better than you ever did. Yes, seeing them now, I quite agree that the quest is the best left to them. Not that I'm moving around anytime soon, haha. Take my skates, Concord. There's ice all over the Glade, and this will help. You'll need to venture deep, far deeper than I got. Sorry, urge to talk. I need time. There is so much I want to tell you, Concord. Rest for now, Plum. That was good work. Concord, I can't deny that you show some promise. You may still seek Mandy in the mist, but Plum's fate is just another reason to stay away. I've just about added with guiding brush guardians to their doom. Still, should you choose to continue, you have to finish what Plum started, clear the epithets in the mist. It won't be easy with the rods, but if Mandy left any clues in the forest, that's where they'll be. Good luck, you'll need it. Good luck indeed, Concord. Oh crap, I didn't want to talk with him. Or they, or whatever. Checking on Plum? I know it looks dire, but they're safe now. The mists are confusing, but they can also be dangerous cultivating. Because of their injuries, Plum can only stay awake briefly each day. Curious, on the other hand, you were completely untouched by the frost. Retrieving Plum was not no small feat. Even the quiet ones are enamored by your presence. It's rare to see Lady away from their books. They're usually in the observatory, wasting their time with the old lords. You can find the observatory a bit south in Cook Coast, if you want to talk with the lady again. But if you ask me, they're way too concerned with the past. Hi Effie, how are you? Effie didn't answer, how are you? Also, I noticed that you stopped streaming on Twitch. It's because of the new things that came out, isn't it? Where is the... I need the thing with the tasks. Hmm. Oh, that's. Hi, Eli, how are you? Yeah, this is Winter Glade. I'm just trying. Oh, it's there. Those clams have been possible. Yeah, I've been. But where? Where? This is bad for me to remember when I got it or not. To Mandy, the spiritual guardian, may they return to us. The scripture is very well maintained. It describes the mandrake of the sun. Worm constantly emanated from this misborn guardian. Small tokens of gratitude are scattered in front of the memorial. is it again? Have I been? Okay. Let me go there then, okay. They said it appear here, but maybe those? Yay, on the sword. Oh. Just... Now I will give the sword and go sleep. Because I don't understand the first quest. I'll just take a kind of shortcut. And then I will find my sword. There's my sword. Thanks, Concord, Golly. It's awful grungy now. I don't think it will. I don't think it like it being in the glum stomach. No matter. I'll just have Mandarin clean it up later. Here, you can have this old grungy coin. Don't know if it's worth much, but I found it on patrol last week. Probably more valuable to the guardian. Take it. Sorry. The glade grows thick with rots. We're asking anyone who can enter the mist to clear 5 rots within there before they enter the town. The cauldron in Winter Glade is becoming thin. If someone could dose for some moon kelp and deposit into the forage box, it would be the great help. Hey, you're new here, right? Not many come up so far north, too close to the mists. Unfortunately, it's the only place Pelu can breathe properly. Even with all the upkeep and maintenance, the wood burning never goes away. It was never like this in the summer part. Say, you look pretty handy with a spade. Back in the day, this used to be a place for gardening. If you'd like, we could really use some eggshells. It helps Pelo a lot if I can make powder with you for them. Inkolo and Twilight Paddy was selling some seeds for that. I don't think that I have. Yeah, I don't have that thing yet. Hey, what? Who is that? What's this? Hmm. There is a tooth here. What the heck, like wait, what? Mm-hmm. Oh no. I don't know what this is, to be honest. Or how do I live? I think it's when I die, I leave. Well, let me pass. I remember a time when the island spoke to us. Oh, not just guardians, most have forgotten those days. But my job is to remember, not just the days of old, but the growth of old. And so, I stand here alone tending to the other guardian's legacy. I clear the rot from the epitates. You clear the epitates? You can traverse the mists, and I recognize that. Since I have no choice but to fulfill my promise of aid, you do strive to surprise Guardian Concord. Hardworking, just like our own Guardian. Of the Guardians I stayed behind, Glade's Guardian Mandy was one of the two. They knew how our situation was, yet still returned to the mists, wrapped up in the same visions that have captured so many others. Mandy said they'd be able to return with the tools they would need to restore the grove. But countless moons have passed, and they have not yet returned and abandoned us. Most here just spend their days waiting for our guardian. Few even dare to search within the mists. You all may follow the visions of the grove only guardians are privy to. But the grove of today is far different. Something is changing, and the rot is to blame. It is not my desire, but my duty as a scholar that leads me to question your visions. I only seek what is best for our island. I hope you realize that. But what would we do if these goals only seek to ruin what is left of the grove? Hi Sugar, how are you? Would you still walk this treacherous path? Have you been going around also? So you got tired after the nap, okay, and sleepy. Should you wish to continue, I'm not sure what the epithets will lead you to. Maybe another frostbite guardian. One may not be able to continue through the mist, but they still found this. A crystal, a noble-looking device lost in the snow. It will aid you in reading the epithets. It wouldn't work because of all the rods, but maybe now you can find what Mandy left us. I don't know, my headphone disconnected in the beginning a couple of times, so I gave up on just closing and opening the game, and I put Danny's background music. Perhaps planned work wasn't for nothing after all. Oh, I felt it. Yeah, it's Danny's background music. Also, I'm going to pause here because I just need to answer some message, and also I need to be right back. Sugar will be responsible for my chat, okay? Thank you. not here. Here. Um, what just happened? Everything is dying. I was just checking some important message. So Sugar said okay. You will not. You still nothing. You are going to sleep. Sugar, you betrayed me. I'm sad with you. Also, I boys show I see that your brain keeps bugging about my name. Also, I asked her and everyone from us a raid. Thank you so much for the raid. Sorry I was here, like I was here, but I wasn't here because I was just taking care of some important message. But welcome everyone from Masters community. My name is Ivana Winoipers, the audition for short. I'm a human hair hybrid that do gaming streams but also arts and craft streams. Aster, if you need to go, please go rest and take care of yourself. If anyone from Masters community also needs to go to take care of themselves or whatever, feel free to do so. If anyone is interested, these are my socials. And I'm also the CIO of Virtual You, a magazine for VTubers from VTubers. Hi Mara, how are you? Also, Aster, how was Tears of the Kingdom? I saw that you thought that I wasn't on your stream, but I was on your stream since a specific event happened, and after that, sometime I just hear you saying, "I hope Dishan doesn't appear because I'm naked." Also, boys, I don't know about football. I just had to answer some important message. I don't even drink. And yes, pasta gang. Yeah, you would be great with younger art, Sugar. Hi Zeph, how are you? Sugar, you betrayed me because I was like, Sugar, please take care of my chat. I'll be right back. And you just joined Illy in trying to rob something. And don't worry about you being late, Zeph. I was also not paying attention because I was, as I said, answering to other important message. Hey Naomi, how are you? Sugar? I doubt about that. No, I'm playing on Xbox, Boysho. Oh wait, I did. Why did it didn't do the? Oh, I didn't do the proper shout out because I was trying to do shout out instead. I did raid to us. Okay, now is a proper Twitch shout out. Almost a great Laser. Um, missing anyone? I don't think so. Yeah, yeah, and also I also saw Mary's comment saying that she was hoping that I would appear, but I was just processing some information by that time. Good night, Tilly. Sugar, I'm not convinced about that. And yeah, probably Portuguese team Boysho. Boysho. I don't care about sports TV. I'm sorry. If you got scammed, it's on your own. Rats are good pets. They are actually really cute. How do you... What do you mean you escaped this time? I was there the entire time, Master, while we were only on boxers. Your link was only on boxers. I was there the entire time since... I don't want to give spoilers, but I saw a cutscene. I entered when there was a cutscene. And way after that, you were only in boxers saying that, oh, I hope Dichan will not appear. I need to be quick. Sugar just wants meals for free. Sugar, about you having a cat and wanting to have rats, that doesn't mean anything because, like, my best friend's boyfriend has rats and he also wanted a snake. And, like, a snake is supposedly to eat rats. But he got a snake anyway. And what happened was that one of the rats went out and killed the snake. So, if they get, like, well together, all the animals will survive. If not, any of them can die. That's what I learned. Yeah, probably literally cursed at this point, Mara. Yeah, any of them can die. Why this keeps saying that I have a notification on Zeph's Discord? Back to the game. what did I have to do? Find me within the ditch of the mist. Trying to stop being naked, maybe? Just maybe? Oh, wait. No. I need to go around. Oh, I just said that I had like a notification on your server that wasn't disappearing and I don't know why. Because I was checking Discord on the when I was on Be Right Back. And Acer doesn't want to not be naked. Oh, it says east, okay. Oh, okay. Now I understand what that is for. Wait, east is that side, okay. And also I said welcome to you. So it's this side that I need to go. Killing this thing before it kills me. North, okay. South. That just came south. No. Ouch. It was dumb. Oh crap, I didn't have my life. I like how the only thing I can hear is the Xbox achievement. Basically, is that stuff. Basically. Don't you like I'm also a fruit? I wasn't supposed to come from here. Wait, let me go. Let me go. How do I go there? Oh, okay. How? East. No, my shield. Wow, that thing still hurts me. One is still alive? Oh. I'm going to die here. North. No, no. Wait, what? Huh? Okay. Oh, it's the shrimp thingy. That's not shrimp. Oh. What did I got? What did I got? Those that they can endure. Woohoo! More 1 HP. Those north, right? Yeah. So you're the one pacing around the mist, Concord. Please proceed north. I've been waiting for quite a while. Is everything okay with you? You found me, Concord. My true self. I've sat there for so many months, years, dreaming of the mist itself. There, and only there, do these forest clouds part, for but a single beam of sunlight. Here is the grove's most colored forest. I continue to find clarity. What is this? Oh. Here in the mist, the borders of soul and soil are blurred. It is mental landscape born directly from the groove. The groove is forgetting the waking world, its stories, dreams, memories, and poured into the mists. Only here, in this form, can I consume them and remember them before they are forever lost. But where the island spirits are seized, it's bent to consume the mana that sustained it for so long. Natural forces seek to finally lay the island's center to rest, but ultimately cannot. The rock rose to challenge the groove, but like many other creatures, not old enough to communicate with us. Still, their cause is just as unthought their aggression can be perilous. We have no choice but to hate them. Until we part the group from this supernatural phenomenon, the rot will only grow more restless. A perilous conquest too great for plumb sadly. I need the worst guardian to help carry out my plans. Every day, I miss my friends, the other guardians. If they were here, I often wonder what they'd say. Now, all I can do is remember them, speak their stories through them, so they may never be forgotten. But I can see them within you, Concord. You too have looked to the past to seek the way forward. I see you, Concord. Though you may not know it, your spirit shines even brighter than mine. I implore you, Concord, come to me and accept this quest. My true body will never move from that spot, but I can still help you. Using my knowledge, the group's memories, and the stories of Guardian's past, I have divined our path to safety. It won't be easy though. Please, Concord, approach my body and grasp my foliage. What I give you can only be taken. Past the thick fog, these mysterious pines glimmers, knocking to concord. At the top, a garnered branch sticks out. Concord holds a small clutch firmly. They feel a faintly familiar connection to the plant. Concord feels briefly comforted within the deeps of the forest. Branch resists at first. Boogie gives away to Concord's pull. Not everything the groove shared with me can be put into words, but I have tried shaping the very nature of my words through this pursuit. The silver sword is a legacy of courage we strive to keep alive, the groove's courage. As strong as you may be, the root will preserve it. In the face of this blockage, the groove and I can be of help. So long as we hold the groove's manners, we are forever internalized. The sea folk, the frogs, the greenlings, even the rots, we are all of the groove. To enter the groove's will is to self-realize our truest, brightest selves. The rot is formidable, strong. Only by harnessing my body's natural energy can we cut through the thickest rot. So we'll find rotted entrances only the silver sword can unlock. Show me you can use the blade, Concord, and strike through the gate in the head. Thank you for the redeems, Danny. June! Lord June! Hi! Welcome! Hi June, welcome back Pyra. Hi Jax, how are you? Welcome back Nomi, welcome back Zeph. How was your stream, June? How was Hollow Knight? And how has been your birthday week? Also, for those who don't know me, my name is Diviana Lunalepos, D or Disho for short. I'm a human hair hybrid and I do gaming streams but also arts and craft streams. For June and everyone from June community, if you need to go to take care of yourself or do whatever you need to do, feel free to do so. If anyone is curious, these are my social medias. And I'm also part of a VTuber magazine for VTubers from VTubers. Please rest, June. You need to. Also, June is also the responsible for the change on the eye emote. So this emote was made by June. And she recently launched some on-kind Impact Star Rail emotes that are free to use. So check her Ko-Fi as well. Oh, okay. You're welcome. The ruins of the mist, previous inhabitants. Who knows where they are now? In haste, they mended the groove's wound with their technology, but it was too late. Long did they search for a new way to correct this mortal mistake, searching in all the wrong places. The relics required to bypass this structure are the walls, but perhaps you can retrieve them. Take me. The silver sword bring me back to Plum. They may not recognize it at first. It's been a long time, but they'll know what it means and what I've done to myself. There is still much work to be done. I only hope this shows Lilith how committed I am to this path. Lilith carries the dreams of the old guardians with them. I hope they are not burdened by our old guilt. Yes, I'm hydrated. Have a good dinner, John. If only I had departed to the mists on better terms. Here, time does not move for me. Here, the waters hold my memories, containing and constant. Now, I only think of the time I could have spent outside these lonely forests. Go, Concord, back to Glade. I may not enjoy my sec conclusion as much as I used to, yet, still I need more time to myself. Can't go there. This must be the things that I need to put. What is this tree? This thing creeps me out. I want answers and no one gives me answers about what that tree is. And here there is a bunch of them. Concord? You're back. That's the longest you've ever been in the mist. Oh, thank the groove. I was about to get worried to go in after you. Someone's got a different hair about them. You met Mandy, didn't you? But it's more than that. It's like they're here with us. Amazing! Even I can feel Mandy's energy powers it. So this is why they couldn't come back. It's hard for me to even come to terms with the existence of such a weapon. Silver Sword. It gleams with the sun's energy just as Mandy did. Radiant. It truly is Mandy's. Is my Mandy. Is this what's become of them? Surely their spirit lies elsewhere. Mandy said their work isn't finished yet. Ah, still more work then. After all this time. Well, it's good to know that while their body is here, the spirit still dances in the mists. I miss my old friends so much. But they were never one to rest for long. I trust their work will be long and fruitful. Now I didn't push and really I don't care. I know you've been in the mist for a while. You could do with some rest, I can tell. But when we've got time, meet me and Lilith in the library. We've got some talking to do. Oh, late it is. After dark, I'm going to sleep. Gotta do everything here. A group of certificates of converts. Realized party. Wonderpound. What is that? Hi Kobe, how are you? Kobe, I blame you. I went to the supermarket yesterday and I got something and I blame you for that. Last time you were here you talked about bully cow. And I went to the supermarket and bully cow was with discount, so I bought bully cow. Well, I was going to do something and I forgot. Oops. What was again? Fatwood. Thank you for the carrot time, Pyro. I will hit a gummy carrot in a bit. Maybe 6, because... Whoops, no. Because sometimes they ask me for 6. I've eaten a gummy carrot. I actually have like 1 kilo bag of gummies, shaped like a carrot, and I actually have them on my desk. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And I know that for you I don't need to do conversion, so you... Yes, 1,000 grams. Not carrots, like gummy carrots. Zeph, talking about gummies, did you see the new suggestion that I gave you? Pyro, before I had the gummies, I actually had the... I would eat a real carrot. I would put in the RF screen, I would go to my kitchen, grab a carrot and pick it, and peel it and eat it. The problem was on my arts and crafts streams, it wasn't that great because I had to take a lot of cables, because on my arts and crafts streams I have like a lot of cables, and I have I'm using my phone as a camera, so I'm also consuming the battery from my phone, which also takes time. And also then on the Minecraft streams it kind of crashed my Minecraft a couple of times, so I try to go for a more simple and easy solution. And also because I don't have normally, like, sometimes I just don't have carrots at home, so that was like a better way for me. Like, I suggested that to you, Zeph, because I think it was during your and I celebration. I was scrolling through Instagram and I just saw that, like, a toothbrush and a toothpaste kit gummy, and I was just like, this seems like one of the word gummies that Zeph likes to try. I'll just try to find it and send it to him. So that's why it's got there. Concord, where have you been? Thanks for coming to check up on me. I'm still recovering, but I'm sure I will be able to help you out soon. What is that, Chloe? Yeah, I love carrots. This seems like a hidden place. I feel like this is going to open and I will need to go there and fight a final boss. It's always like that. When Mandy first came to me, I was cautiously optimistic about them. Guardian Mandy, unlike the other green winds, comes from a people before us. Their ruins are the foundation of the mists. Where, where we are born from the kindergarten, Mandy was born from Winterglade's frosty forest. To us, Mandy was more than a guardian. They were a piece of a world we wanted to remember. After the word guardians were lost on their voyage, the thought of losing them jaded me to the ways of guardians. And in a way, Mandy is still lost. But even I can tell Mandy's spirit shines from the blade like pure sunlight. So long as you hold a silver sword and tread the mist, will be our threat to Guardian Mandy. The village elders and the other guardians have known the rod's intentions for some time now, ever since oozes congelated at the grove's roots. The grove is dying, and it has been for a very long time, hasn't it? But we know many people would not really readily accept that something like the grove is inactive, silent decay. Yet the rot will only consume the withering. It is attempting to complete the cycle of life that is foreign to us. Thanks to its abundance of mana, the grove has lived many lifetimes. Until recently, the grove itself has played a large vocal role in the development of life here. Fitting that we should now carry its legacy on and tend to the island ourselves. Thankfully, we still have time. The same giant creatures that plague our islands prevent the rots entry into the grove's heart. You fought them all, haven't you? Not always the aggressive beasts they are now, especially in Autumn Town. Long ago, these creatures looked very different. They were given pieces of the island's life source by Mandy's people. It seems that the hope was to propagate our mana and grow it, like we grow crops. Unsuccessfully, yet, these benevolent and helpful giants were allowed to convert their mana. As the rod continues to on the grove forever, even these gentle giants have been corrupted. So long as the shards of dew are held away from the grove's center, the rod will not control there properly. You must help them. The town leaders will be opening up the grove for you, Concord. How and when you receive to other towns? Shards is up to you, but we need you to journey out and retrieve all three. You can use the silver sword to reach new places and vanquish whatever holds the rod's attention. It is a solemn task, assuredly, but we have faith in your ability. Rest up. It'd be nice to hold on to our new garden for a day longer. I had my doubts about, but objectively speaking, anyone can see you are our best path forward. Tomorrow, head westward to Belroth and Terragant. We'll see you back in Hamlet's warm climate. I like to eat carrots naturally, like just peel it and eat it. I know I have something here to do. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Please help faster. I don't know who is that petting me, but thank you. I see that pet from the corner of my eye. Thank you for that, pet Nami. And thank you for the redeem, Danny. Ara ara. I hope it was worth it. The garden store is going well so far. I like it. Oh, Wonderport. Where is Wonderport? Oh, here is Wonderport. I don't know if you would want to be here, Naomi. Because where I live is pretty hot. In this game that I'm part of, it feels like it's kind of frozen. Oh crap! I don't have sap. Oh, I need to get sap. I need a log. I need a big log. I need to go back from where I came from. There it is. Hey, where is my sap? I'm so happy for the TP now. Actually, I don't think that I ever ate a snow cone. I don't know. I don't think so. Why do I feel like there is more that I need to do here? I had a feeling. And I was right. Oh wait, is this thing right? No, this is solar. What is darkness? What is poisonous? Wait. I don't know. Ouch, 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 ouch. Well, I try to complete things. I try. Knights, I don't think they'll red knights. I mean broken. Okay. Thank you for the stretch, Pyro. I think they said 3 tombstones. I only have one. I need to get more. So for that, so I need to buy some seeds for the frogs up there. I'll just go shopping before I go there, since I also need to do that. And when I'm back down here, I can put things there. Talk to me. Guardian, many spirits you touched it in the mist, didn't you? I can tell just from your eyes sparkle. Pretty inspiring even to an old screenling like me. It will seem Plum and I are the same minds. We might be exactly the group needs. It's hard to see a guardian down on their luck, but I know Plum, learning from progress still. I can make a small present for you, but it warrants your assistance. Deep within our dewlands, waters grows a kelp that blooms under moonlight. Bring me 6 of them, and I may continue with Plum's gift. Kinda noisy? What do you mean by that? It's like... You like noise like... Yeah. Okay. It's better now? I think so. Sometimes I just need to connect and disconnect it. It probably became like that one of the times that I just bumped into it while sneezing. And there is a moth here trying to die probably because I want to kill you. I want to kill this moth. Okay, I'm missing 3 and I'm missing 5 of the others. No, 4 of the others. So I think there was a little bit of glass here, right? Yeah. Okay. How much do I have? 5 more 3, 8. I need more too. Okay, more. More two of this as well. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, this is backpack cosmetic now. I don't want cosmetics. I want helpful things. Add more glass here again. Oh, I need glass. Oh, I didn't want to do this. Hi, Fort Lamau, how are you? Can some of my VIP please SOA Force, please? Why isn't it doing anything to you? You little. Thank you, Nomi. I need to break this tomb. Oh. North. Oh, okay. You are easier. Said north, so we go north. I should have used a TP with some beam. I was dumb. South. Okay. East. Oh, okay. North. Thank you for that, pets. Whoever is giving me at pets. Thank you for that, pets, Danny. Oh wait, I need you. Oh. I was so happy with the source. It's so difficult without me being able to hear. Oh crap, I used the wrong one. But the stuff I need to make powdery dupes for Pelo? Seems like you're short on them. It's fine, we can sew it out here like usual. Smells bang. Let's start. Wait, I shouldn't have planted them? And they only told me now. I thought I was doing a good action. No. Come on, let me. Oh no, yeah, I'm not going there. Ah, Concord. Welcome back to the hamlet. I wish circumstances were better. If we're to believe the elders, you'll be doing a lot of work in each village. I know I'm technically a guard, but personally, I'd never delve into those depths. I'm sure with the Silver Sword, you'll now be able to go even farther down. Andy's surely protecting you, but please be careful. We're all praying for you, Concord. If you ever need help facing the challenge ahead, know that the village are here to help you. You're surely acquainted with the groove by now. Think I'll meet some repair awesome town? Head whatever your heart tells you, Guardian. There's a world out there that needs your help. No! I lost so much. I'm not a bunny. There's so much money, oh my god. Why did I lose so much money? Basically, if I die, I lose money. And I died. Perhaps young Concord has returned with the moon kelp on it? I've got a jar standing by that just needs a finishing touch. Friends, with this I can make something for Pam. I come from a line of two keepers. You know Mersane in Sprangamas, right? Back in the day, when we were emboldened by guardians, we shared a lot of trades with each other. I'm glad someone like you is running around the grove. Makes me hopeful for the future. Nowadays, you certainly lives for various uses. At its beginning, we just did it for fun. This is a unique dew. We use it to make for special occasions. No one really makes this anymore. But for an oldie like Plum, I'm sure it will just lift their spirits. Go on now. Take it to them before it gets too cold, hehe. I just would like to have a place to see this type of missions. Concord, how say that you in your bag wouldn't happen to be ceremonial dew, would it? Always send you here with this? We used to drink it all the time back in the day. Probably you won't like it. It's an acquaintance taste. Oh, it's like wine then. Those are great days, Concord. The rose wasn't around, and all we did was foster gully. It's nice to know there are others who still remember those traditions. Leave it to Winter Glade to remember. I really do miss the old times. It's all different now, isn't it? Now Tiny Concord is taking care of me. We'll get used to this, honestly. Feels nice to have rest for a bit. I've been so busy for so long. Thank you, Concord. I wasn't able to find many things in the mists, but you might like this little trinket I found. They call trinket to climbs, okay. Maybe this one? No. Oh, maybe. Oh no. Oh, I need more of this. The hammer. Okay, what did I got? What did I got? More life. Yay! Give 2 shards from the stacks. Retrieve a shard from the water log. Retrieve a shard from the sewers. I don't know what that is. Oh, unless it means these things that I've been taking off. Oh, no, wait. There is pets that I didn't go before. Yeah. No, go back, go back, go back. So let me just... I needed to be strong. Oh no, it's it again. Remembers me crying in this. I hate this worm. If I could, I would have someone doing this for me. Go all the way back. You know what? I'm just going to collect some materials. So because I can't go to sleep to save again here. So I'm just going to collect some materials. I'm going to go at this to see if I became stronger as well. I'm curious, what do we eat? Hi Robert, how are you? So mind 7, health 8, damage resist 1, speed run, and 2, stamina 7, massage 1, 4. Well, I have been putting things way better. No, it's 1 a.m. 1 and 30 a.m. for you. For me, it's still midnight. And I normally end around 1:30 for me. No, for you it's even later. It's not 1, it's 2 a.m. for you. You should be the one sleeping. If I plant... Oh god, I need... No. Ah. Didn't want to do that. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can't go and sleep now. You should go and sleep now. I'm not saying that you did a bad thing, I'm just saying it's late for you. Please go rest. Um, I'm not saying that it isn't. It's just you should go rest. Like if you are done, if you could calm down that person, you and it's late for you, you should go rest. That's what I'm saying. I'm not judging you for what you've done or whatever the reason it was. No, you should go rest. Doesn't doesn't matter if you went to sleep at that time or whatever. You should do rest. It's pretty late for you. For me it's kind of still early, and yeah, I normally go to sleep as soon as I finish streaming, so there's nothing to worry about. Or reasons to point me again. Why is this empty here? My time to die. Hi Lemon, how are you? Thank you for the hydration. I supposedly power up my weapon. Why is it so difficult for me now? I see message on chat. I'm sorry. Oh my god! Okay. No, 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 no. Did I kill it? Did it die? Is it dead? Why am I crying? Why am I? Oh. Yay! Didn't I? Oh. Um. Oh. That was why it was more powerful. I was crying to the boss, Lemon. And you're welcome. What's happening, Elfie? Why is this sham, please? What have I done? I think I have a TP here. Alright, or wrong. I have TP. Oh, I have it here. Okay. It's better if I just go by walking. On the other side. Maybe I'll TP. It's complete! Yay! One is done. I just need to do more 3. What's this? What a crown. Oh, I don't like it. Wait, do I also have glasses? Mhm. Thank you for the posture check. No, constant. Okay. Oh. Yeah, let me just deal with this. Um, 3, 4, 4 is due. So is known for its bitter, fortifying taste and fine finish. Your pulsing with natural energy can inspire rapid running stomps. I have a lot of things to buy here to improve my tools. Now what you wanted? You want something from the outside base road? Okay. Okay. I'll give you the in a bit. I just saw something that is important for me. That little no, I just need the chef. I'll just deliver the things before I go to there. Let's do this so the mission gets completed. Because I have the mission now for quite some time already. There we go, it's real flute using. It is really easy, just hold it and do it on the top. Can say it does a whole lot. But even the Uzis know how to appreciate a nice tone. Back to my days, folks, blah blah. Some things were sent words. They brought the ocean's music with us. They don't remember much from our times underwater, but they remember the songs. 1 second. Oh, this food's probably better off with a party. Songs of the summer bar were meant to be shared. The groove knows a crusty crab like me isn't going anywhere. Ooh, what's this? Oh, wait. Oh, let's just play notes. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to put my shield back. Like, where's my shield back? Oh. Oh. Wait, what is up there? Just by curiosity? Nothing. Oh, this is... see what it is. Another one done. This has been something. That's for sure. Thank you for the direction, Danny. Need to stretch. Thank you for that, pets. Thank you. Good night, Danny. Whoops. My back cracked. Things are not powerful. Hmm. Wait, the TP is there. Mm. Mm-hmm. Miss friend, wanna prank Pago? No. Concord, over here. We've been swapping stories. We never see that kind of adventure in the summer bar. Oh, you know about how I fought that big worm in the Amulet library? We're so happy to have run back. We'll have to find some time to go swimming. The salt will do you some good. Your skin is all soft and pudgy from that week's spring water. Yeah. I wanna go see Pago too. What's that old hermit up to? Still complaining about you, I bet. Say, Rana, if you wanted to prank Pago again, I think they're heading to a bed soon. Oh, Concord, before you head off, here, for your troubles, we want you to have these shoes. The original made them for Guardian Blue, but back in the day. An offering of gratitude for this outpost's help. Of course, that was before we knew that they had more than 2 feet. I'm sure a bipedal greenling like you can make full use of its tooth. I'm fast. Yeah, Danny, please get better soon. Ooh. I don't like this being like 1, 1, 2, 1. So, Omar, technically is the second way you said it, and since it's night for me, is boa noite. But welcome, how are you? I'm surprised that you arrived in almost the end of the stream. But hi, how are you? Okay. Awesome. Clear wait stamps. I don't understand the second quest. Here I need this jar. I'm doing that. I'm surprised that you went napping. You kind of remind me of Sugar. Sugar was also here earlier saying that she went napping. I forgot to ask Sugar if she finished it. Did you end up finishing it? because I kinda got kicked out. I mean, I didn't got kicked out. I decided to leave on my own. For several important reasons. Oh my god, I'm still here. Okay, let me just do something since... Oh, kick me. Okay, now I can go by there. Yes, it's good. At least you did a really good progress. What did you just notice? Okay, don't worry about it. At least you had fun. Interpreters. Oh, there. What is that swirly thing? Well, sometimes the more difficult the better for some people. Maybe sugar is like that? Oops. Okay. I felt like they just called me fat because I couldn't go there. How do I get to it? Mm. Oh, hello. I need to. How do I restart? Um, um, panic, panic. Game has been good so far. Right now, I'm just panicking because I kind of messed up, and I don't know how to fix it. Normally, they have like a thing to switch up. Where is it? Do I need to leave and come back? Yeah, I have to leave. Why did they do this? Why did they just decide to say, haha, this time you don't have the easy way. You want to do it, you need to go back. Why do I feel like I accidentally did things that I shouldn't do again? Because there was one that I didn't want to move, but I accidentally moved it. Yep, and you said that you didn't want to change it. Because you think that is funny. Um, I have questions. Um, hmm. Huh. I did it. What are your questions, Kobe? And hello, Polar Fit. Thank you for the redeems. Why do I have a feeling that in this case my most difficult problem will be reaching the boss? I still have one, Kobe. Why? Hi Gigo, welcome. How are you? I'm trying. Oh, I will not try. I will not try more because I just look at the time. Thursday. Thursday I will do it. And Kobe, I don't remember you sharing food with me, so why should I share my food with you? Let me change screens. Oh, I forgot to put my fan on my computer today. Maybe that was why it was a little bit hot. You didn't share your cake. Bobby, you said that you had cake and didn't even share, so I think we are fine with that. So let's see who is online. Yep, exactly that, Omar. The cat is licking. I'm waiting for it to open so I can see who is streaming. Oh, I see someone that I never read before. For how long is streaming? For how long? Come on. 4 hours. I don't think they are streaming longer. They're already streaming for 4 hours. I don't think they will stream longer. Crap. I really wanted to read them. I should also check Cell's schedule. I would like to read Cell sometime. Let me just use my phone to check something. Just coffee in this. I already rated both of them recently. I'm checking people. Why is everyone streaming for already some time? Oh no, it bugged. Oh no. It froze. Help. Does anyone have suggestions? If anyone has a suggestion... Oh wait, Fano is online. I forgot that Fano is online and I never read Fano. Let me see just for a... Yes! Okay, forget the suggestion. I'm going to read Fano. I never read her before. I didn't notice that she was collabing with Ace. So, yeah. The right message will be hair saves garden. Can't I be happy? I'm feeling judged right now. So here is a red message for who is sub. For who isn't sub, we are going to use the Twitch rockets. And we are going to raid Fauna. we are going to raid Fauna, and she's using her new model as well. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone who joined me today. Thank you so much, Aster and June, for the raids. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you all on Thursday, where I will continue playing this game. So, bye bye.